Shalom. First and foremost, I like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto the Most High, His only begotten Son. Call Halayim La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Radash. Alright, double honors to the apostles, the elders, the great millstone, root and teach well. Wa Barakatham, unto the hopeful elect. Now, today through the Spirit, I want to go into a video entitled, Lord is with you always. As long as we stay, having that relationship, drawing near into the Lord, He's going to draw near, unto you. That's what it says in, what is that, James, the 4th chapter. Draw nigh to the Most High, and He shall draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands, you sinners. Purify your heart. So, the Lord is going to continue to be with us through this straight gate. But we got to believe that. Speaking to myself, first and foremost, we're in a time period of famine. We're in a time period of all types of crises, job crises. You see, tribulation and all types of persecution is rising up. You see, we're in a time period of them putting that squeeze. But see, all types of natural disasters the Lord is judging these people with. And the Lord has had the men of the Lord be okay. He's been being preserved through these things, because what do the scriptures say? Because thou hast made the Most High the habitation, there shall no plagues, no evil come nigh thy dwelling. That's Psalms 91 and verse 9 and 10. You see? He that, and also even the first verse, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. So the Lord is with us right now, man. So we can't forget that. We can't get in that spirit of golly, come on, man. We can't get in that spirit of not seeing the Lord being with you right now. Because Lord got brothers, okay. Brothers, all types of natural disasters, and a lot of people can't find no gig right now. And then the Lord is having said where brothers are sticking together for when brothers do have situations, like brother get laid off or have trouble with his work situation. He has the body to lean on to help him out. So brothers have been okay, while these people are in straits. And that's because the Lord is with us. The scriptures say where 2 or 3, that's in Matthew 18, are gathered together in my name, there I am in the midst of them. The Spirit of Yahweh Shai is there, to bring deliverance, to strengthen, right? So the Lord has been with us in this time period of tribulation right now. You see? And it's only going to get worse. But the thing is, we can't be like the Israelites in the wilderness. Because when we was in the wilderness, guess what? A lot of Israelites, they got in that spirit of, they didn't understand that the Lord was just testing them. You say, okay, I'm going to let them be uncomfortable for a little bit to see if they'll still have faith and still trust in me and still have their integrity. And then Israel, they lost their integrity. They started complaining. They started getting in the spirit of, man, we miss being in Egypt. And it even led to the point where the Lord had them going in circles 40 years. Not even getting into the Holy Land, which was the point of them getting delivered out of Egypt, so He could set them back into the Holy Land, land of Canaan. So they continue to murmur and complain and making idols, things of that nature. You see? Instead of them just doing what the Lord said and having their integrity. And the chariot, that fathership, which is known as a chariot, was right there the whole time. And they basically just got delivered from Egypt. You see? So they were in a tribulation estate, like we're in a tribulation estate. Guess what? The Lord is going to bring that deliverance. You see? Just like He did in ancient Egypt. But we have to have that spirit of seeing the deliverances happening right now, the small deliverances. Like when you look into King David's walk, his life, which King David was one of the preeminent kings of Judah. And he's going to still retain that position in the kingdom when the Lord establishes the kingdom. Well, King David, when he was in time of tribulation, he remembered the Lord being with him before that. And that's the same thing we gotta, same mindset we gotta adopt. You gotta have that mindset of knowing that, okay, the Lord has been with me this whole time. The scripture saying Lamentations, what is that? Lamentations, the 3rd chapter. It says that the Lord's mercies are renewed daily. It's of the Lord's mercies I'm not consumed. See, so the Lord is with us right now. And you gotta understand that and know that. We're in a time period. We was also just in the plagues got real deep. We're hitting people hard, losing their job. A lot of people was getting sick, family members getting sick, and then the Lord had said to where those who had faith, they was all right. They didn't have to take they didn't have to take that serpent venom or get that stabber in 2020, 2021. They had faith, and the Lord was with us. And just like the Lord's being with us right now, we're in a time period of war. There's plagues all out here. You see what I'm saying? The AI is taking a lot of people's jobs. You see? They trying to ultimately make everything digital, so they crashing the economy. But brothers are still all right. Gas is getting higher because it's war, and brothers are still okay. The Lord making brothers be able to go drive home, drive to work. You still got your job. You still got the body to help out when you do get low moments. Our families are good. Of course, the Lord's gonna put us through different tests, but overall, we're being preserved. You see, and you gotta have a spiritual eye to see that. A lot of people are getting jacked up, but the men of the Lord, they being sustained, man. And that's what the scripture said would happen. The Lord said, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will keep thee in a time of temptation, hour of temptation, which we're approaching that time when they bring out that MOTB, when they bring out that mark, that charagma. It says, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So when they bring this device, which is already here, you have the N-Link that Elon Musk is pushing, and then you also have them trying to push that C-hip to put inside your hand or your forehead to have your records. You know what I'm saying? We make purchases and all that stuff. You be able to do that with the C-hip, that technology. That's why they trying to push this quantum computing, so they can make the technology be faster, and they'll be able to push this device and push everything being digital, and it's AI stuff, man. Right? They got the Palantir technology, and if you just look these terms up, Palantir, SpaceX, all these tracking things, they can track people. They'll be once they update this to 6G and get the technology better, which quantum computing is supposed to do that, make the technology, makes the computer faster, AI faster. Guess what? They'll be able to push out that MOTB. You see, that's what they want to do. It's some BS. You see what I'm saying? They want to push out that MOTB, that device, on people. You see? Because once they push out that device on people, they'll be able to control you, right? And that's why they pushing the AI being increased and getting faster, speeding it up. Let me go past y'all, cause y'all playing. Yeah, that's why they pushing. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, we got to increase the AI. We got to make it where it's going way faster, right? That's all that is. You see? But even during that time, man, Lord gonna make sure we good. If we continue to have faith and keep serving, He gonna make sure His servants eat. My servant shall be merry, have abundance. We gonna have more than what we need. Just like in the time period where Yahushua, they was in captivity, man. They was in the Roman captivity, and Yahushua made sure they ate. You see what I'm saying? Made sure they had what they needed. It was time periods where we only had a little bit of food, and the Lord multiplied that food. You see? Elijah was in a time he prayed for the Lord to send a judgment on Ahab. I believe his name was Ahab. Sometimes you get names mixed up, but the king of the northern kingdom who went off with Jezebel. You know, Elijah put curses on his ass for the Lord to send a famine, and the Lord sent the famine and was judging Israel for that, for worshiping those idols. But guess what? He ate. The Lord made sure His servant ate. So all Israel that was going off, northern kingdom, it was getting jacked up, but the Lord made sure the man that was serving them was good. He had food. He was able to eat. That's how it's going to be in these times. The Lord going to make sure the man that's serving them is all right. So we don't have nothing to worry about. We got to just keep in mind that the Lord been with us already. Shit, brothers are okay, man. We'll get tested. We're going to sometimes get sick. We're going to have infirmities. We're going to catch hell at the job, you might lose your job, get laid off, so on and so forth. But guess what? The Lord gonna make sure you got what you need, though. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have what we need to continue to keep going. For honking the horn and shit. Satan is on these people. People are impatient, just can't drive. But yeah, Lord be with us though. Even just getting delivered out of these situations. So we gotta keep that in mind as we go through the straight gate. Hey, the Lord's already been with us. Can't forget. That's what our people did. Like, they forget how the Lord's been with them and it's during this time. You see what I'm saying? Oh man, I'm in such great tribulation, because we're gonna get in some really rough situations, but you gotta understand the Lord's been with you already. Why would he change when he makes the scenario, like, the Lord's been with you in these hard situations right now? Why would he change if you stay faithful to him? So that's the point I wanted to go into in this quick video. You know, Lord willing, this lesson edify, gave exhortation. I like to end it all by saying, call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Workat Dash. All right, dub arms to the apostle elders, great millstone, we will teach well. Next time, come out, Shalom.